This is part 2 of the Brian Rance video. Brian Rance is a painter, a sculptor, and a visionary. He has done some incredible things with fiberglass. Sit back and enjoy his description of his work. We do hope you enjoy our visit with this unique man, and we would appreciate a subscription with the button in the lower right corner. Feel free to share this video with others. All right, Brian, what's next on this job?
Okay, the styrofoam carving now has been had a release on it. The fiberglass is on it and dry, and now I'm going to cut the head in half with the easiest, quickest way is a diamond wheel on a side grinder, and there's the joint that I'm pointing at. Put the two halves apart, take the styrofoam out, and put the two parts together again using holes on either side of the seam, and then using wire to wire it back together, and then fiberglass the seam up, cut the wire off, repair the holes that the wire has left. And then if I want to modify anything, the eyes or the ears, I can take sawdust, add it to the resin, and it makes a paste that I can actually work with my fingers and improve the entire head.
So, is that head hollow on the inside?
It is now.
So, when you cut it in half,
I'll pull the two halves off of the styrofoam, take the styrofoam out, and then join the two halves back together again.
okay. And then what's next? You got to put ears on him.
Oh yeah, these ears are made out of foam.
Oh, we're going to make an ear.
Take this, fold it like this. You can already
I see an ear. I can see the ear.
Cut this off, you don't need this.
So you, excuse me. So you just walk through Hobby Lobby looking for stuff that makes ears?
Well, you can buy this at any store. It's very common. People
Okay.
use it to put their sleeping bags on. Then you cut a hole in here. You wire this together if you have to. Stick this in here. Cover it with fiberglass. Little patches, but it's exactly the same way as I just showed you.
Okay.
And then you've got your ears.
If we looked inside that head, we'd see ears on the inside, right?
That's right. And then you could also get rid of these corners like this, and then the fiberglass will bend over that much easier if it's a rounded edge. So that's a simple procedure too. So that's how you make ears.
Can we look up inside that head?
Yes. Now the ears, look, you can see the ears sticking through.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I can see the ears in there. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, now we get to the next point. We already know how to carve it. We all know how to seal it with Vaseline. We know how to do the fiberglass all over it. And then, now we've made all these parts. All of these parts. So now the next thing to do is take some kind of a body filler. Join it or anything, put the fiberglass patches wherever you need them to put it in, then put body filler on it, and then use a side grinder or an orbital sander.
Body filler. Without telling a brand name, give me a clue to what you're talking about, body filler.
Well, body filler you can either make it yourself by using fiberglass resin and a material called microspheres.
Microspheres.
And you've got to buy them from a speciality mixer and mix it, and then mix it till it's thick enough where you can squeegee it onto the
Do you have some of those microspheres handy?
Yes, I do, in that bucket over there, look.
All right. In this blue bucket, we have microspheres.
This is what it looks like. It looks just like flowers. It's almost impossible to believe that each of those tiny granules is a sphere with air inside of it.
Wow. And he says it's almost like flour. It is almost like flour.
Yeah, but it's cheap and easy to make. Some of them join together already, either with dowels, which is easy going to do,
That's a big
or wire
mouthful.
it together in fiberglass, the same as I've already described with the head, and join these parts, screw them on, or wire them on, or get them on somehow or another, and then there's a leg.
All right, we can see how the leg was joined
It's
together with
not
screws
finished.
out here.
It's unfinished.
Yeah.
It's just made out of fiberglass,
All
the
we
same
got
as the head.
is the fiberglass right now.
And then, if you take something bendy and attach it here, like this,
Uh-huh.
and bend it, you will have a good bend that will rock. So you don't have to guess it.
Ah, okay.
So that's another good tip if you're making rock.
So you're not attaching that, you're just using that to make the circumference.
No, I'm just using that. I'll screw it there and maybe screw it there so that I can move this around. And as you can see,
Okay.
it has screws in there to
That's
screw
the
it on there.
circumference. Okay.
And then I'll come back and finish it with fiberglass on here, a grinder, whatever it takes to finish it.
Is that
And then I'll put the body filler on top of it, sand it. See, this is nice and smooth. These things here are like folds but they're whimsy too.
okay?
In the leg, and this is the cuff. But this is unfinished here, and then his feet, of course, will go in. Let me turn it back over.
Well, he's rearranging that. I'm going to show you a couple of things. A cuff. Well, here's our cuff.
Now this foot. Oh, wait a minute.
That cuff is like the one that he's just showed us up there that he's working on. And there's some cat claws. That's kind of neat. All right. Oh, and the folds in the pants. Look at that. The fold. That little three-legged thing. That's amazing. It's amazing, Brian.
And then, of course, this will go in here like this. But I've only got the ends of these.
Okay.
These are not finished yet.
So show me how that goes in. That'll go just like that.
Yes, like that. And then I'll screw it in from the top to hold
Okay.
it still.
All right.
So that's.
So, now see, I would never think of the cuff of the pants, but I'm not an artist.
Well, see, as you can see, on this one, he's got patches on his pants. Here's a tail with a bandage because the farmer's wife has cut their tails off.
Yeah, that was part of the, yeah.
And then the cats
Got it.
are made exactly the same way. There's an unfinished cat there,
Patch on his pants there.
and there's a cat. They're made exactly the same way. And
Yeah.
here, I'll move it so you can see it better. See his claws and his. At the bottom of it's empty, see? And this stuff here,
He's hollowed out.
these are swimming pool noodles. And
Another artist tool, swimming
yeah,
pool.
but
noodle.
the point of this is this has to be material that the resin will not eat.
Yeah.
So swimming pool noodles work, camper beds work. Let's see, what else works?
So extruded
the,
foam works.
The foam that you put on plumbing so it won't freeze works.
Yeah.
and you can bend it any shape you want, and you can glue it together with hot glue. So that's
Turn that guy facing me.
But you see, it's very crude looking underneath.
It is right now, but look at the outside.
But
My
if you look
goodness.
at the outside of it, he hasn't got any eyes yet. And then the cat, of course, will go there, like that.
He looks like he bit off more than he can chew. Let me get back over here.
And then the tails are made separately.
And that cat looks like he got more than he can chew in this huge mouse.
And then I've got
And there's a tail.
And then this part of it was somehow or another fit on here, but I got to get
Yeah,
to
you
that.
got to cut that in. But I'm sure you know how to do that.
Well, I'll figure out a way to do it. They don't have to be all the same. But it's a trick making the cat fit the mouse's body too. You know, fit it perfectly. So I've been working on these on and off for a year now. So they're not, it's not a quick procedure.
No, there's multiple steps, multiple layers.
Yes.
What is tied around the mouse's head there that I'm looking at?
This is a blindfold because they're blind.
Okay.
One's wearing sunglasses, one has a bandage around his head, and the other one just has his eyes closed.
All right, let me go shoot a picture of the front of the other one. Hey, well, look at there. Got his eyes closed. Got his claws up. Yeah.
Oh, and the whiskers
His eyes are
made
closed
with
shut.
wire.
Whiskers are made of what?
Wire.
Wire. Well, those are nifty whiskers. This is just beautiful work. How do you make all these grooves?
Oh, that's another thing. You take this one will be easier to illustrate. You take this off.
We just decatted a mouse. All right, now, we didn't see this view before, but this is the one that we're working on right now, and he's got a blindfold on. How realistic. How realistic.
Now this is how you make the fur. You put it where you can get to it. Okay,
How old are you, Brian?
77.
77. Wow,
Um,
I'm impressed. Where are you from originally?
Hertfordshire.
From where?
Hertfordshire, it's at the northern tip of London.
Northern tip of London, Hertfordshire. Okay.
So now you've got raw fiberglass. You take the paste that you've made with the microspheres and the resin with the hardener in it, and then you squeegee it on here pretty thick all over this thing here. And then you take the corner of this and just do this. It's very simple. And
It
it's
is. How
very
simple?
effective. And it makes it kind of come out at random.
But you've got to have an inane sense of the design that you're doing. You've got a
Well,
picture in your
It
mind.
follows the form. See the way it comes down around his shoulder and up his arm?
Yeah.
And since the back of material, the back of it is all smooth, and his legs and his head are furry.
Okay.
So then you can come back with a side grinder or a Dremel and adjust these if you want to. So these finished ones, you can see, are not quite so crude as these, but this is the way it starts. But when it's finished, so you can see it's much more sophisticated. You can see on his neck and on his arms.
Yeah. And on the cat. Little cat,
Yes.
big mouse. On his head. On his ears. Now, the ears have a different effect, Brian. How did you make these little holes, it looks like?
A Dremel.
Dremel? I am so impressed. Well, we got a lot of other stuff here. You got a wall full of pictures. That's all your artwork, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me walk over here and look at a couple of other things. Why have we got a hand missing a finger? Tell me about this piece.
It's, hang on, let me come.
Got some palm tree and a coconut.
This one, this was a prop for The Little Mermaid.
This palm.
The Little Mermaid, it's a theatrical prop for The Little Mermaid.
Ah, okay.
And I have made, let me see, 3 Little Mermaids in 3 different states. So
you're in demand many places.
well, I used to be. I'm not so much anymore.
All right, now what was the hand for?
Well, it started out as a hand for a hand balancer. That's a gymnast that will do things on their hands. They will stand on their hands. And what I do is I make one hand, and then I will take another one off of this one just by Vaseline again, fiberglass, cut it off, put it back together again and finish it. But I keep this original hand because they take so long to make them. All I have to do is change the position of the fingers to give it a different use. And this one here is same piece, as you can see. This is a Pope's hand, the same piece.
This is the same piece as, I'm going to shoot that from back there.
So
Let me back up a little bit. Wow. That's impressive. And it's hand positions for a gymnast.
yes, the hand balances will do it.
After that marvelous display of talent, the time involvement, the materials that he uses, the insight that he has, he invited us to his showroom and just see some of the projects that he has completed for others. It's an amazing thing what he's done. Now, Brian, I got to tell you that a lot of this stuff that we're looking at right now is what brought me here in the first place. When I was doing the filming for one of the Ozark places, I saw your stuff in your showroom here. We're in Brian's showroom right now. It's facing the street, facing the courthouse in Galena. And I saw this stuff and I said, I got to go talk to this guy. And that's how we got into this video to begin with. It's a big dog barking. And it's motion activated.
It has a CNI in his collar, and his mouth is mechanized, so it will open and close when he's barking.
You can see the Stone County Courthouse across the way from the showroom here. Now, what is this thing?
This is a dragon, but it's also a rocking chair.
You make everything into a rocking chair?
No, not necessarily.
Say,
So it's for children. They sit in there, they put their feet on here, and then I rock it. And in his belly is a fogging machine, so it smokes like crazy. And it's very popular at Halloween. It's very popular.
look at the teeth on that monster. And he can make them smoke, huh? Make a fog.
These teeth are made out of the tips of a corking tube.
Tips of what?
The tips of a corking tube, you know, when you cork something.
Oh, caulking tube.
Yeah.
That's tips of caulking
you cut
tube.
the tip off, and that's what those teeth are made out of.
Oh, what? That's amazing.
This was for a showboat, and it's got King Neptune, Queen Neptune, which indicate that it's nautical, and then it has comedy and tragedy, which indicate that it's theatrical, and then the instrument behind it is the Greek lyre, which is the symbol for music.
Yeah, okay. And then we got a bunch of heads over there.
Oh, those are the Osmonds, and that was the beginning stage of them. Only they weren't carved from styrofoam, they were made from plasticine.
And they, what did you call them?
They were the Osmonds. They still are.
Oh, the Osmond family.
Yeah,
Okay, and here in Branson.
yeah.
Did they pose for that, or did you stick it to their face, or?
No, I use photographs.
Okay, now a mouse. This is a beaver laying down. He's probably a rocking chair.
Yeah, you sit on his belly. And this is a table.
Yeah, there he goes, rocking away. And then we got I guess a scene from Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Got coral in it, and another scene over there. And 3 little pigs making a table.
Yeah.
If you ever get the opportunity to visit Galena, Missouri, as you enter the square, the first building on the right, the brick building, is Brian's. This is Brian's building. He lives upstairs in it. It's an old building. I think it's on the historical register. I'm not entirely sure. But just look at the fretwork at the top and the artwork in this building. It's beautiful. Very, very apropos for a man like Brian Rance and the work that he does here. If you ever get the chance to be in Galena, give the man a call. He'll be happy to talk to you about his work. Thanks for watching, and as always, I would appreciate a subscription. Just hit the button there on the lower right. This is a new channel, and it'll take us a while to build up, and to get good at it probably. But thanks for watching.